The F word. It's been sullied, it's been dirtied, and different people have different connotations for it, and some people find it to be absolutely appalling, whereas others use it with considerable frequency. I'm not speaking, of course, of the colloquial swear word, I'm talking about feminism. I consider myself a feminist, as I've said before, but I feel like because of the conversations that we've been having on All Native Awesome, which have been awesome, that I need to clarify what being a feminist means. For me, while feminism may be entrenched in an incredibly complex socio-political history, a feminist is someone who believes in equality between the genders, or sexes. We don't have to get into that conversation now. Sidebar for those of you wondering, sex is biological, gender is the social construction of what we believe to be sex. So in this vein, anyone who believes in equality in any and all senses, be it political, social, practical, religious, then you are a feminist. Now, it is an identity that you should self-ascribe, so like I can't tell someone else to be a feminist. I do think that we can all live by feminist principles, and when looking historically, I can call certain figures feminist figures because I ascribe to them the attributes that I think, were they alive today, they would ascribe themselves to be feminists. That's another complicated argument. Point being, if you believe in equality, then you are a feminist, and this is where it gets tricky, because there are many different paths to equality. Which is why I think when people say feminist, people start freaking out a little bit. And the best example that I can think of is to make the allusion to nerdfighteria. You can say that you're a nerd fighter, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you love Doctor Who or write really explicit Sherlock fanfiction. It just means that you're a nerd fighter and you believe in the power of awesome and you want to fight world suck, but maybe you define world suck differently than I do, or than John Green does, or than any other nerd fighter. That doesn't make you any less of a nerd fighter, it just means that we're all pursuing different paths to the same end. This is really just scratching the surface of a huge and complex and long argument over what feminism is, but Sarah Michelle, I just loved your video on Friday, and everything that you were saying were things that resonated with me, and whether or not you identify with a feminist or not, that is totally your choice, but I do think that what you were saying was a very feminist argument to be making, and a very true argument to be making. I mean, recently I made a video about Coney 2012 in it, and I was articulating these political and social reasons why I had some problems and qualms with the film, but also why I didn't think we needed to write it off entirely, and half of the comments were people talking about how I looked. Which, on one hand, I appreciated when people say, oh, I like your glasses, or you're cute, or whatever, but on the other hand, I had comments saying, show us your titties. Stuff like that is just degrading and rude, and I understand that this is YouTube and freedom of speech, but this is where I want to direct those people to a video that Lex made, Tyrannosaurus Lex of the Sarcastics fame, which is entitled Just Because You Can Doesn't Mean You Should. In other news, I had my TV interview this past week and it was awesome. I was so nervous, even though it was literally like a minute and a half long, but the band Fun, who were one of my favorite bands, they came on right before me, and even though this was all via Skype, I was like looking at Fun like, oh my god, I was just listening to your music to like pump me up for this interview, that's crazy! And then they interviewed Jennifer Lawrence and Ray Fiennes after me. Oh, what is my life? So I just want to thank everyone for all of your kind words last week. They sent me a package of stuff just to thank me for being on the show, which was incredibly kind of them and incredibly awesome, because included in this package that had t-shirts and water bottles and other film promo stuff was the Blu-ray of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, which is one of my favorite films, and it has nothing to do with the fact that Benedict Cumberbatch is in it, I swear. Biggest and most exciting thing that is happening this Monday is I'm going to a neighboring town to see Sarah Michelle perform in her concert with her original songs. So I'm really excited about that, and I will be sure to film it and keep you posted. So Sarah Michelle, I will see you tonight, and Jen, I will see you tomorrow. Oh, sidebar, I'm trying something a little bit different with this video today, which you probably all have noticed. I'm going to put what normally is our intro music at the end. I didn't ask the other 4 girls if I could do this, so I'm just tell me what you think in the comments. But my reasoning for this is I most recently saw one of Alex Day's videos called How to Vlog, and some tip that he included that I thought was really relevant was when you start vlogging, just start doing it. And if there's something important that you want people to remember, put it at the end. And so I thought, well, I guess the important thing that I want people to remember from this video, besides like critically engaging in feminist conversations and understanding that the truth versus simplicity, is that we are all made of awesome and we're a collab channel, so why not put the intro at the end and put all the exciting stuff at the beginning? So I'm just giving it a try. It's not a permanent change, doesn't mean anyone else has to change that way, but just thought I'd give it a go. Okay, bye.